All right. All right. Alrighty, how's everyone doing today? Hope you guys are having an amazing time. It is now January 10th, 2022. So we got a full week down for the books. I hope you guys were profitable for that week. We had amazing plays. And remember, guys, you can make money on the way down as well. And that's what we do here. So welcome to the Morning Brew, Beyond Charts. Beyond Charts Morning Brew. There is another Morning Brew out there, but we are Beyond Charts. So basically, let's dive in here. What's up? My name is Angel, and we're gonna a lot to cover here today. So we're still in this correlation mode of fixing things within the markets. A lot of high flyers. Good morning, skaters. What's up? Good morning, JDH. Good morning, man, oh man. Thank you guys for the support. All right, here we are. So I don't know where to start because there was so much to cover. All right, but let's get to it, guys. Guys, when you haven't started, if you're brand new, if you haven't liked, subscribe, please like, subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. Help with the algos. And also help, let's abundance breed abundance. But let's get to it here. So really interesting this weekend. I was looking through Barron's. I'm looking at the Treasury notes. And, again, so I don't really believe in the news, right? I mean, as far as the news, price action, if you follow me, I know price action is king. And that's what we always discuss here, right? So what's up, James? So, again, it's price doesn't lie, right? So again, this whole weekend, the narrative on the news was very bullish, and I was very surprised because I was like, wow, this is a very bullish scenario that across all news medias, Market Watch, everything, this whole weekend was pretty bullish news. And so with that being said, yesterday I put out, and if you haven't done it, if you haven't had access to it, what I've been doing, and again, I'm just playing with this getting familiar with it, but on let me get back here. All right, so right back here on my post, what I did here, again, every week on Sundays, I'll put out this video. It's not live. It's just something in my thoughts of everything that I've read over the weekend and where I see certain key levels for the XPX and mostly for stock traders, long-term traders. But in here, I stated, and it's a good little video if you want to watch it. It's there. I'm going to post it every Sunday there. But I posted that there was a lot of bullish activity. I also posted about where the XPX, what to expect for this week, for this year, as far as XPX action. But right now, the futures right now, 46.39, and we're probably going to keep dropping. So again, the narrative this weekend on the news was basically everything's bullish, everything's great. Again, I'll never believe what the narrative, always see beyond the narrative, right? And let's look at price action. Futures are down. And again, and I think a lot has to do with it because last week it was still New Year's and or after the holidays, and we didn't have a full week of trading, right? So this week is a full week of trading. So this is the second week. After 52 weeks, this is is the second week of the new year, and we're gonna have full week of trading. So again, why is this going down? Well, number one, I think that is there a bubble? Not a bubble? Well, let's dig to it because I did some research this weekend, and I dove in to find out what exactly is going down. So ultimately, in that video, I stated this is a beautiful entry. Now, this is more we're looking at the XPX on the daily perspective, and we're looking at the NASDAQ and the Russell on dailies, right? So when we look into this is a great entry for up or down, and you're probably going to get about a 100-point move down, maybe 200-point move down, maybe a 100-point move up. I mean, it doesn't stay at the 50-day. This is what I stated in that video. We don't stay at the 50-day very long on the S&P 500. So again, if you're looking for an opportunity, this could drop. Now, granted, it's already started dropping because when we look at the futures here, futures are at 46.38. That's going to put us around 46.58. So that's going to put us right in right in that area, right in 46.50. Which, let's see if it holds, but if we get a short-term pop, and I'm going to show you where the opportunity is in this trade, but this can go down. And from a daily perspective, let's look at this. This dropped already. Where's the MACD going? They just started that wave downward, and we're going to see how it reacts at that zero line on the MACDs. But this thing could probably drop, and it'll probably drop maybe to 4,600 for sure. and then it's got some consolidation area right in here. So again, and I watched the video from yesterday because I gave you all the exact entries on these levels as far as a daily perspective. Now, as far as futures, we're at 15,395. 15,395. That's going to put us right 350, 395. That's going to put me right in this area. So this thing could drop, and as I stated yesterday, it's probably going to go to the 200-day moving average. Remember, if yields are going up, especially the 10-year note, we just broke 1.70. If you've been following me, yes. Oh, by the way, yes. And you know that it's very crucial for tech and startups and SPACs. They're not going to do well in this environment. And by the way, I forgot to mention, if you have a stock, hey, what's up, Wayne? If you have a stock or anything you want me to cover, put it in the chat now, and then I'll cover it at the end. But let me know now so I can cover it, because I realize there's a slight delay in the messaging when I turned off, and a lot of you message me after I turned off, but do it now and I'll cover it at the end. Yeah, so, and then the Russell right now, and the reason why the Russell should be doing better, now the banks are going to announce, like Citibank and BlackRock are going to do announcements on Friday, so watch that. But I think the market is spooked a little bit, and I think there's basically PE ratios are astronomical, and with the tightening of money right now, there's going to be certain margin requirements, right? So again, there's going to be shrinking margins. That means money's going to be, it's companies are going to make less money, and the only way they can make more money if they pass on the expense to us, right? To basically the consumer. If they do that right now, they might risk losing a consumer, but something needs to happen, and I think this is going to be the tempo for this quarter. So I think we have 3 months of this until, but the Fed needs to do something, right? The Fed is behind the curve, and already I'm getting reports of home builders. They're coming to a halt because of supply chain issues. Lululemon came out this morning and they said that they are affected by supply chain issues. That is the first retailer that has told us, hey, we're having problems. And we have to listen to the earnings call, because the earnings call is going to reveal a lot of what is the problem that's occurring out there. Okay, so when we look at that, and again, and all these affected, so retail, Russell's going up, general market is going down. Look at the MACD's working his way lower. Look at right here, NASDAQ broke 0. So this is going to go into, slightly bearish market territory, probably going to go to that 200-day moving average, and, just look for lower lows, lower highs in that scenario. And don't worry, we're going to catch some of these waves. I'm excited for this environment. It reminds me of 2008, so if we get one of those, we're going to do very, very well, guys. All right, so let's dive in. Let's dive in here, and let's see, again, where we're at. So again, let me see about, again, it doesn't pop up. I'm going to check out Thinkorswim real quick on my app here, because I get the futures on the Russell here. And Russell, we're at 2225. Okay, so Russell is, 2223. So Russell, we're a little bit higher on Russell. So we're right in this range. So we're right where we, the highs of yesterday, of Friday. Okay, so that's pretty good. 46.42 on futures on SPX, 46.42. So we're coming back a little bit. That means 46.50. So we're going to be right in there. Okay, so awesome. So let's see. All right, let's dive in. Now, look at the volatility. Look at the volatility here. So again, the VIX is, again, and this is the range that was in the VIX. And I'm going to make this bigger for you guys. No, not that one. Let's go here. Okay, VIX. So this is the VIX. This is the VIX. Again, let's go here. This is the range from last week, right? So this is a measurement of fear. There's more puts being bought. So we're about to break that 21. If we break that 21, then notice that we're probably going to go lower, as stated in the price action. Now, 18 was a good sweet spot, but look at the 50 days moving up. This is a fresh MACD. This could go higher, and I think that this is going to implement a little bit more selling down the road. Remember, this week also, I forgot to mention, man, I'm so excited for this thing. Let's look here, and let's go to my Twitter. You have to be aware of what's going down here. So on my Twitter, we have to realize And I put it, here's a market ahead. We have Jerome Powell speaking on Tuesday, right? And now this is just a testimony, but you want to pay attention to what he is saying. Again, key elements that you want to watch this week. We have CPI numbers coming out January 12th. That can also move the markets or spook the markets, right? We got Brainerd speaking on Thursday, and then you got PPI numbers, retail sales, and I have a trade for you on retail as well because I looked into it, all right? So those are things you have to be conscientious for this week. Is there anything else? Yes, and we have some earnings here. Nothing really major, but we do have some banks reporting on Friday. We want to pay attention to what they are going to tell us, right? Because moving forward, we also have Delta Airlines. We're going to see what are they going to guide up, guide down? Is a, how are they going to deal with their margins, the cost of high gas prices, and so forth and so forth, and the raising dollar. Tilray. So again, just it's good to listen to it. You don't have to play these, but just listen to what they have to say to give us a clue what's going to happen in the future. So again, like I said, it's the VIX climbed up. That's why we're tanking down. Now, Treasury notes are still going higher. Remember, Treasury notes, I told you if you watch this show, 1.69, 1.7 was a good spot. This is what happened last Q1 last year. This went up and tech dove down, right? So again, is it happening right now? It looks like it's happening right now. And also, you got to understand, Fed Chairman Powell said that there's quantitative tightening. So not quantitative easing is QT. And what does that mean? That means that they're going to stop buying basically a share. So who's going to be stuck buying? So that's why we're seeing markets reacting this way. And especially if they're going to start tightening, markets are going to position themselves in a better, they're going to position their portfolios a little bit better. Okay, so we got the XPX. Let's look here. Yesterday, what I stated, this is the hourly charts. This is the 15. This is the 3 minutes. We're not going to pay attention here. We're going to pay attention here. The hourlies, this is ideal where we got in, and we got in yet, ideal entry to the downside. MACDs were turning. If you want to know more about the MACDs, there is a video on YouTube under trading education. I'll show you where that is at the end. And I did a whole 30 minutes on MACDs. Very, very powerful tool. And I'll discuss more about that at the end. But right now, this is where we like to trade. Break the 50, break MACDs heading in that direction and heading down. Now, like I said yesterday, we could have an exhaustion sell-off. But again, I wouldn't load the boat here. We like to trade near the 50 in whatever time frame you want to choose. But right now it's holding that 46.62. We're going to be opening right around that 46.50, which it's going to be right in there. So is it going to drop? What I'm going to be looking for at the open is again at the 15-minute time frame. It's right there. This is going to roll down. I'm going to see, and this is where the 3 minutes come in, is it going to come back up and then sell off? If that happens, then I might add a position to puts, and I'm going to trade that, right? That's how I'm going to trade it from a very, very short term, right? If this is going to get some legs going down. If not, then let it come back up. If you see this thing breaking up, let it come back up, and let's see where it goes. 46, remember, there's a highs right here around 46.95. 47 inches is pretty hard, and 47.09. Next level up is going to be 47.25. Are we going to get back up there? So the main thing about trading, guys, you have to ask yourself questions. And main question, we know is going down. We know the bad news is out there. But the other question we have to ask ourselves is basically what's going to take it up? Right? So what's going to take it up today? Like, is there any news out there that can possibly take this up? Yeah, Powell can come out and say, we're not going to tighten. Is that going to take it up? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But things have been selling off quite a bit. So again, I don't see any news of what's going to take it up yet. But I definitely think that be careful of the dead cat bounces here because, funds are unloading. Clearly, you don't want to get stuck holding the bag. Remember, I wouldn't, and I told you last week, do not buy the dips here. This is not a buy the dip situation. They are reanalyzing PE ratios. They're restructuring a lot of things. Unless you're a big hedge fund, then you need to get a better price. But if you're a retail trader, I wouldn't recommend it. don't chase, let it base. Remember those words, and that's how we trade here. We ride waves. I'm not here to create a pattern. Again, and I'm going to show you this. Don't chase, let it base. This is how we live by. Don't chase, let it base. Repeat that over and over again. Ride the waves up. You don't want a dollar cost average. That is nonsense. There's no reason for you to do that. Let it drop and you'll get a better price. Let it drop. And when you get a better price, your account will be green because we'll see momentum, a wave behind us. Okay, that's how we trade here at Beyond Charts. So again, watch that. All right, as far as here's the XPX. Now on the bottom on XPX, man, you know, we have a lot of levels here. If this continues out, ideally what I would love to see, pull up a little bit, the 50 come back down and get a trade off the 50 to the downside. That would be ideal. Unfortunately, this is pre-market, so the SPX doesn't trade pre-market as far as on TradingView. So we'll see where it is on the E-minis. But again, now if we get that set up, then yeah, trading to the downside would be amazing, right? Now, again, if it drops here, where can it go? It can probably go to 4,600. That's going to be my guess. 46, 4609, 4600. If it drops there, 4530. There's a lot to go down here. I don't think it's going to happen all at once, and I suspected that this was going to flutter, but you know, they might take it up a little bit, then drop it down. Watch those dead cat bounces. Okay, so let's dive in here. We got the VIX. Let's dive into. Let me see if I can go into as far as the fangs. Should I cover the fangs and the daily things? Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's see. See if I can add this one. Ah, here we go. Oh, no. Okay, let me add this one. All right, so here are the fangs, guys. So as far as the fangs, you know, we're looking at, you know, again, these are the dailies. You should know where these are at. This is Facebook. It's at the 50. If it breaks zero, it's probably going to work its way lower as far as you're trading it for a longer term. Again, Apple's holding pretty strong. Again, Apple can come down to 165. It still looks good. It's at 169 currently. Facebook is at 326. Amazon working his way lower, 3214. A lot of issues at Amazon. Netflix working his way lower, 537. Google working his way lower. Beyond Meat working a little higher. But again, that's what we got there to cover. So just know where they're at. You can still use the system there. I am going to go back to this screen right here. Okay, so okay, so now let's go in here. So what do we got? We got the XPX. It's right there. Let's see what happens. It's probably going to open up a little lower. It's going to react. Is it going to continue lower or is it going to come back up? I like to take the trades off the 50. Let's see what happens there. NASDAQ, it's going to work its way lower, you know, so is it going to continue going down? That's going to be a key question. Russell, holding stronger, right? Holding stronger, but watch that. Google, again, starting off nice, like pre-market, is going to drop. Now remember, if Google drops, guys, that means that the bad stuff is going to go down with it. They're reassessing everything. Now Amazon, we talked about Amazon a little bit last week. Amazon is facing a lot of issues, not just wage inflation, supply chain issues, you know, Omicron, you name it, they got it. The Bezos selling. And again, so what's going to make Amazon go back up? You know, there was a cliff at 3,300. Don't know. Maybe a split. They say stock split. But the good thing is this, guys. Let them take it down. And then they have earnings at the end of the month. And I think this is going to set up for a nice play going into earnings. Now, Tesla, they're taking it down. Tesla is also one that they're taking down as well. So again, you know, let them take it down. Let them take it down. I like Tesla. There is going to be a discount on all the good prices. So again, let it take it down. Pre-market is going to work its way lower. Right now, we're sitting at 996. Okay, ISRG working his way lower. Okay, watch it. Now, they took ISRG quite a bit already. These guys have earnings coming up. Again, watch it right here. It doesn't look like it's gonna, I think ISRG is gonna base, is looking pretty solid pre-market here. So watch it for maybe if the market reverses, 333 on top. But so far, Amazon, again, working his way near the end. Tesla working his way at the end. So is Google. So let these guys finish that swing, and let's see what the next swing is going to be. CMG. Working his way lower. They're taking it down. Let them take it down. So they took this one down, and it's continuing swing from pre-market. So we're probably mid-swing, maybe near the end. Let's see what happens there. And I think we probably should see maybe a bounce, unless there's a crater. And I'm going to show you how to identify the craters. Lam Research, they're taking the chips down. Okay, the reason why they're taking the chips down is because of what Lululemon said. Lulu said that they're facing supply chain issues. Okay. If they have supply chain issues, they're also saying, well, who else has supply chain issues, right? So again, it's shit. All right, I forgot that. If they got supply chain issues, then who else is gonna who else has it? And they're taking the chips down. So again, they're taking everything down. Goldman Sachs, try to run. Let's see what happens. These guys have earnings coming up. Netflix, they're taking it down. Okay, so let them take it down. Okay, let them take it down. Roku, taking it down. NVIDIA, taking it down. I actually like NVIDIA pre-market because NVIDIA here, I do like NVIDIA here. Let me look here on the hourly basis. Again, if NVIDIA is going to work its way lower, NVIDIA's next stop here, if it takes out that 265, it looks like it can probably go to about 230. So if this thing continues, I'm going to be looking at probably on the 250s, 255, if this thing dropped, because the next stop is 230. So I'm watching the video for that. Just want to point out something that automatic. Now things can change in the next 35 minutes, 38 minutes. Mercado Libre working his way lower. Watch that. Apple working. Okay, so if Apple's dropping, the XPX could drop. Now, if Goldman turns negative, then that means we could implode and crater. Look for those key areas. 394. If Goldman takes that out, then we are going to implode. Shopify working his way lower. I do like Shopify's working his way lower. This is one that I also like. I like the 1000s on Shopify. And here, for this reason, let's look at Shopify here. And let's go here. And again, just off the bat, what I like here, Shopify can drop more. What did I see here? All right, so again, 1023. If this gets taken out, that's going to be the next level, right? So 1000, 1050. So again, that's why I like Shopify. Okay, so right there, these are things that I'm looking at that I think that if they get going, these are money makers to the downside. Okay, so we have that. Shopify, we got that. Affirm, garbage company. They're going to take this one down because remember their default ratios is high. They're going to take this one down. Upstart, they're going to take this one down. Same thing as that. They have layaway plans. HubSpot, they took this one down quite a bit. It is basing pre-market. So watch that. Zoom, they're taking this one down. Bookings, again, Delta Airlines going to come out on Thursday. It is going to affect bookings, so we want to pay attention there. And this one they took down quite a bit. It's sitting right there, guys, at the 50. It can go either way, and you can make money on this one. 24.41 right now. It can drop to about 24.21, 24.13, or it can go up to 24.60 or 24.67. Okay, guys, it can go either way. You can make money on that one, so trade accordingly, okay? ServiceNow, working its way lower, basing. Coinbase going down, Bitcoin is going down. Again, so are people going to start trading less? Remember, money gets tighter, the job report's weaker. Last year, people had extra money that the government was giving them. They were trading. Everybody is an expert, right, on YouTube and all these things. And they're making all this money. And I think also, guys, I love 2008. 2008 was a great year as far as my first bear market. Okay, most people have not experienced a bear market. It's great if you know what to do. I'm going to help you throughout that if you haven't experienced it. But again, the main thing is you have to trade a price action. Don't fall in love with your opinion. That's an error a lot of people make. Also, the difference between, and I think this one here, if this is it, is going to be more severe and quicker the Fed has to react. They have to do this sooner or later because they're behind the 8 ball here. They're behind the curve. The difference of this one is because we didn't have social media, right? So social media didn't exist in 2008 as it did now. So now we have all these layers of social media. We have a lot of influencers, pumping dumpers, and have all these things that a lot of people are buying. And again, there's more, if you want to say a bubble, but there's more uninformed investors into the marketplace believing in skyrocket to the moon. And, again, all those hashtags. This is why I feel that we can probably work lower. Or be more, we can go down a little bit more faster, bigger than we did in 2008, just based on that, because we didn't have that in 2008. Okay. All right. Chips working its way lower. Everything is lower, even ASML. Everything is lower, guys. Lower, lower, lower. So again, no reason to go up right now. There's no reason to be bullish, no reason to buy anything right now. As far as the trade today, I don't like anything on this time frame. Maybe INTU is working its way higher. If it can get that 55.77, break that 564, then it can probably work its way lower. If it breaks above the 50, chill, relax, let it set up. Okay, anything else here? AMD, no. Maybe Roblox is working its way lower right there. We'll see that one. Rivian, okay, Broadcom, they're taking it down. All right, let's look into Bitcoin. Bitcoin, because a lot of people like Bitcoin here. Let's look at Bitcoin. So here's on Bitcoin, guys. Real simple. Again, look at price action. The main thing you want to do here is, and I was talking to a buddy of mine. And there's a lot, there's too many indicators here for me, right? But I try to keep it simple. The reason why you want to use less indicators than more indicators is because one of the biggest problems that traders face, including myself, and maybe this is the way I'm wired, is one thing, guys. It's basically, you have to be able to make a decision. So if you have a lot of indicators and you're not the type of person that can make a decision faster, like you're going to take this indicator, that indicator, 5, 6, 7, 8 indicators, and you have to base a decision on each indicator, and all of that has to be in alignment, and if you're feeling, analysis paralysis, or you're getting whipsawed because your indicators are confusing one another, then that is going to hurt you in your trading, right? So it's not to say that the indicators don't work. A lot of them do work. The problem that I see is that your indicators are not in alignment with your way your mind is structured. So to make things easy, this is why some people like this, some people don't. What I like to do is I like to see the 50-day moving average. This one up here is a VWAP, and I like that because it gives me volume as well as price action all in one. The 50-day just gives me price action, so it just kind of gives me the average of price action over the last 50 days. Are we above it or below that? The VWAP does the same thing from that point, so it's the same thing as a 50. The only difference is gives me the amount of volume traded at a certain price, right? So the volume traded at a certain price. So this kind of I put it from the top just to give me another indicator that there's volume there, right? That's where the most weighted volume is, as well as price action. Okay, that's why I have one there. And I also have one there from the bottom. And it's working pretty T. This is where Bitcoin is holding. Now, I do have the standard 50-day and the 200-day moving average, but this does not have the price action, doesn't have the traded volume included in these things, all right? So that's the only difference there. So great indicators to have. I also use supply and demand issues. As you can see, that is a supply, right? That is supply, which coincides with these indicators. And again, if we break this one, then more likely we're probably going to go to 36, which is a pit stop right in here that we had. And we're probably going to hit this, again, demand area of 29,000. But we're very, very close. And again, Bitcoin does follow the Fed, right? Or vice versa, whatever. But we're there. So again, pay close attention. If even you don't trade stocks, pay close attention to the Fed on Wednesday. Now, the other thing I wanted to share here with you, again, on the monthlies, the MACDs are showing weakness. So this is a 30-day, so more likely this is telling me we could break. If this breaks, we're probably going to head there. And if we take that out, we're probably going to go to 18,000. So again, I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm just telling the possibilities as far as momentum. If this breaks, we'll find out in the next 30 days or 25 days or so forth. On the weekly perspective, the 50-day could not hold. This showed me weakness as well as the MACD. Very, very simple. Again, I'm not listening to anybody on Twitter. I'm not listening to the moon. And also contrarian, it's funny because when I look on Twitter, everybody's, very, very, somewhat half bearish. 30,000, that's what I'm hearing, 30,000. I'm a contrarian. I'm just looking to see if they're going to hold this up and buy it up. But again, as we speak, this is working its way lower. I'm looking for this to turn, and this is 7-day candlesticks. On the dailies, it looks like, to be honest with you, if I had to give you my opinion, only my opinion, if this turns, right, if this turns and this holds right here, then this is telling me a divergence, and this is a demand area. They're buying it, right? This is telling me they're buying it. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if this breaks and that goes lower, then that theory is gone. But right now, it hasn't confirmed yet. I'm noticing a little bit of divergence possibly forming. Don't know what's going to happen, but again, I'm just learning about the correlation between the Fed and Bitcoin. Nobody's really talked about that. I'm noticing it right now because it's not an inflationary tool. So watch that one. As far as MicroStrategy, now the other ways you can make money, guys, if you hold Bitcoin, you can actually short Bitcoin futures. That is something that's available to you. That's why they created a futures market. So if you're long-term future, that's a great way to hedge, and that's something you can probably learn down the road. Also, MicroStrategy owns a lot of Bitcoin, right? So if they own a lot of Bitcoin, then when Bitcoin drops, this is going to drop significantly. You can make a lot of money, whether you buy puts, do a put spread, any bear strategy you can do on MicroStrategy. So again, there are ways that you can maximize your portfolio. Ethereum working its way lower, guys. Broke the 200-day, broke the VWAP, working its way lower. I stated the other day it's probably going to be at that 31 to 26,000. So that's Ethereum now working its way lower. Now, guys, I don't day trade this thing, but if you do want to trade it, you can. You can use the same principles here that you want to do. If you use the hourlies, again, same principle, right? So you had an entry about 4 hours ago. If you wanted to take that trade to the downside, MACDs are turning, and it's probably going to go to this level. So just wanted to show you that you can implement this in multiple time frames. I don't day trade it. I just look at it and see when I want to add to my position because I'm doing other things. But I like holding these assets, even though I'm not holding them now. But okay, so we have that out the way. So now let's get to it. This is one that I wanted to share this with. This is the RTH ETF. I think that this one's going to go. This is the RTH on the monthly level. Look how we're coming to the end. This is going to drop. I don't think these guys had a good Black Friday, right? So these things, I think these guys can drop pretty significantly, and there's a lot of money to be made to the downside. If we look at the weekly perspective, look at the week. We're probably going to head down to that 50-day, which is around 176. The MACDs are telling me weakness on the weeklies. If we look at the dailies, look at dailies. We broke the 50, and we're about to break 0. So this thing could probably drop to about 184 right in there in the short term, and this can probably, it just started. So watch that. Buy some time if you're going to buy this. If you're going to buy puts or spread, whatever you do, buy yourself some time because this thing needs time to move. But that's going to be a trade, I think, if you want to get into something and for a longer time frame, because I don't believe retail is going to do well. Retail sales comes out Friday, this number, Black Friday numbers, especially the Fed's tightening. I don't know. I have a funny feeling that, I'm not looking for anything up. If we start breaking above the 50, then this is over. All right, guys. So let's dive in here. Let's see if we got anything. You want me to Xenia. All right, let's look at Xenia. And I'm just going to put that there. Let me show you there. All right, Xenia. I don't know the ticker for Xenia, but let's see if it, okay, let's see if we can find it. Zynga. All right, there we go. Zynga. Let's go Zynga. Again, so Zynga is retail. Okay, so it's moving pre-market. All right, we got a mover here. All right, so Zynga, real cool. hammered, right? And I'm going to get rid of this one right here, but let's look at Zenya. Hammered, okay, I don't know the news on Zenya that came out, but I can look at it. February 9th, it has earnings, right? So again, where Zenya at pre-market is at $8.86. It's coming off that $6. So that's going to open it up right here. Okay, so that's way above here, is in this consolidation area, around 914. Okay, so watch it right there. It can fill the gap at 963. Watch it there to fill in the gap. If we start breaking above that, they're going to push it higher. I don't know the news on Zenya, but right there you have 887. If you're in this pre-market, congratulations. What basically happened, it just this is basically short covering. They're covering because people were bearish on Zenya, and basically this open pre-market, what's going to happen, this is going to pop probably a little bit more of people covering their shorts, right? Now ideally, I do suspect that this is probably going to pull back in a little bit, and then we're going to move, since this is the dailies, we're going to go over here to the hourly. So on the hourlies, very explosive, and it happened at this morning, right? Whatever time frame that was. Happened this morning at 7 a.m. it went. Now look at the MACDs. MACDs look like it can probably continue higher. On the 15-minute time frame, it looks like it wants to pull back. When the market opens, let's see if the retailers are going to cover their shorts. Remember, when they cover, they have to buy their positions and maybe push it a little bit higher. Pre-market, watch 926. See if it has an extra pump, right, to go to the upside. There is 926, watch 913. There's a lot of, demand there. 913, so about 965. So, if you're not in a position, I wouldn't chase this yet. Let it base. Don't chase. This is you chasing it. This is basically a short squeeze. I don't know what the news is, but I'm looking at the price action. Definitely a short squeeze. And that could probably happen. Is this going to drop again? Don't know, but ideally, this is what can happen there. Any other stocks you guys want me to follow? Watch. All right. So basically, for me, I'm going to be looking at, where's the VIX at? The VIX is at right up there. This is going to be higher. I think we're probably going to go lower. So let's see where's Barron's here. Barron's 46.35. So that puts us at 46.45, right at that 46.50. Okay, NASDAQ futures, we're dropping 104. So I think we can probably drop today. They're dropping it into Powell. The only thing that can save this, guys, is, to be honest with you, it is just basically if the only thing that can save this is if Powell comes on, if he speaks. I think that we can probably sell into Powell, right? The market is basically, what did I write there? It's basically adjustment to the new Fed policy, right? That's what's happening right now. Right, so again, even if we look at Disney, right? Let's look at Disney as an example here. And Disney's always a good barometer to let us know where it's going. They're taking Disney down. Now, Disney does have earnings, right? Now, February 9th. Now, the thing about Disney, remember also, they haven't calculated the fact that they didn't renew with Netflix. And Netflix was paying them quite a bit of money, right? And they were paying them a lot, quite a bit of money. And basically, they lost that revenue. And they're probably going to continue losing that revenue for, the next 7 years from Netflix, because they want to compete with Netflix. So, again, do we see a catalyst for Disney working his way higher? Are they going to, guide up, guide down? So I don't know. And they're competing. Remember, they also now, they're paying for their production. They're paying for the build out of their new service stream. I think what we're going to see down the road, the minute you start seeing that Disney starts reducing the rate of subscribers or subscription, Netflix did it in India, right? Because they needed subscribers, they reduced the rate there. And I think that's the theme that you're going to see moving forward in 2022. We have to understand what is going to be the theme for 2022. We don't know what that theme is yet. It's going to come out. We just have to look for that theme. All right, but there's Disney. And again, are they going to take it up? Right now, it bounced off pretty nicely there. How high can it go? And again, this is a run into earnings. I don't know what's going to happen there, but watch Disney. But Disney, this could be a dead cat bounce. That's why I'm showing it to you right there. And if it pulls over, bounces off to 50, and this starts breaking lower, it's probably going to go to 141. Nice trade, right, to the downside if the markets continue tanking. All right, it is now 9:11, guys. I went a little over, so let me just give you. I know a lot of you guys were interested, so I finally built a Patreon page, guys. So if you were interested into doing it, I'm going to start this. So here's a Patreon page. This is the one that I found the best as far as now. I'm only going to have. Where are my tiers here, guys? So I decided to do a course for TA, technical analysis, where I can actually sit down with you a little bit longer, and it's going to be done on Sundays. Basically, what I'm doing is just covering everything I know, and I can sit down with you via Zoom call and basically go over and find out what works for you. If you have any questions, understanding how this system that we do in the mornings develop, there is a Patreon page that I created. And let me see here. I'm still fairly new. Public page here. All right. So here are the tiers, guys. So basically, here's technical and for momentum trading. It is going to be only $149, guys. Every Sunday live at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm only going to do 20 spots because that's all I can handle at this moment. If you're interested in that, then there's the page to join. If you want to support this thing, we also have the $5 page here, and this is coming soon. I'm thinking about doing the 10% trade that I do in my trading account, in my personal retirement accounts, and quick 5-10%. So that one is coming soon. I still have to develop the curriculum for that, but this one is ready, and I think I'm ready to start that not next Sunday, but the following Sunday. So again, only 20 spots. Whoever wants it gets it. I'm also going to put it into my couple of private chat groups there because they were interested in it as well. But in there, that's a place that you can go out there and support me there if you would like, or not support me, or just tune in, because that's going to be a great time for you to understand in depth how to really take advantage of this system in the morning of how I trade. All right, guys, if you want that, go out there, go get it. But right now it is 9:13. I went a little bit longer, and main thing, stay green. I'm going to be live Tuesdays and Thursdays on TradingView covering this, and then tomorrow. But again, today is going to be a great day. I'm going to say thank you, guys. Thank you. Stay green. Go get it. And all right, I'll see you guys shortly. All right, take care. Bye-bye.